Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. One team closed it out and are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. The other team is on the cusp. The Oklahoma City Thunder outscored the Denver Nuggets by 15 in the fourth quarter to erase an 8-point deficit to win by 7, 112-105. Y'all know me. I am your favorite unk, Shannon Sharpe. My partner and co-host, the Liberty City legend, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree. He's a Pro Bowler, an All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. And joining us tonight, I'm sure he's excited about his former team, the Pacers, moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. He's an NBA champion. He's an all-star. He's a 4-time all-defensive player, Defensive Player of the Year. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Metta World Peace. Metta, thanks for joining us, bro.
Hey, man. Good to see you, Unc. What up, Chad? Good to see you, baby.
Thank you. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button. And guys, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you, guys. Remember, your votes, your listens, your watching, your downloading, your sharing, all that matters because thanks to you, you allow Ocho and I to do what we do. And we can't do none of this without you. So thank you for your support and your continued support. Make sure you check out Shea by La Portier. We do have it in stock. Now, if you can't find it in a city or a state near you, order it online and we'll ship it directly to your door. Trust me, you won't regret this. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms. That's Shay Media. And my clothing company, 84 with 84 being spelled out. That link is pinned in the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. Tickets for our Not Safe for Work tour are on sale. Our 8 stops are Baltimore, Philly, Charlotte, LA, Miami, NYC, Chicago, and Detroit. Tickets can be found at shayshaymedia.com/tour. That's shayshaymedia.com/tour. Go get your tickets now. Boy, it took everything, the grit that they showed. Oklahoma City weren't normally involved in a whole lot of games like this because they won. They were the best team in the NBA all year. But to see them execute the last 2 games in clutch situation, the last 5 minutes of the ball game, the game within 5 points, they've been sensational. The Thunder beat the Nuggets to take a 3-2 series lead. OKC double-digit scores in Game 5. Shea, 31. J-Dub, 18. Hartenstein, 15. Chet, 14. Caruso, 13. And Lou Dort had 12. This was a total team effort. Jokic came out. He was very, very aggressive. He wasn't looking to get everybody else involved. He was looking to dominate this game, and he did, but he didn't get enough help. 44 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and he did it on 17 of 25 shooting, 5 of 7 from the three-point line, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. As I mentioned, 15 points, 5 assists, 2 steals. He only had 2 turnovers, and he carried a heavy workload, 44 minutes. All the starters, Christian Brown, 43 minutes. Jamal Murray, 42 minutes. Yoke, 44 minutes. Michael Porter Jr., who gave them nothing in the second half, along with Christian Brown. They scored 0 points between the two of them, Ocho. And they missed. They were 0 of 6, I think, in the second half. Aaron Gordon had 37, played 37 minutes, had 13 points. Metta, you watched this game, and going into the fourth quarter, I know the Nuggets were very comfortable because normally the last time they were here in the second game, they got blown out. And it's like, here we are. We got an 8-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. We're playing extremely well. But the Thunder got a gear that they can get to, and I don't know if the Nuggets are not hitting on all cylinders, they can get to that level. What impressed you the most about what you saw from OKC tonight?
Well, OKC, I always had them winning. I definitely had SGA as MVP. I do like the Joker. When you win 68 games and the next team is in their 50s, I don't even know how many games, Denver won, and the MVP is usually on that team. And they have a really balanced team. They all play defense. And I think Joker is probably going to be kicking himself in the butt, meaning he should be doing a little bit more sprints, right? Because if he's going to play 44 minutes in the playoffs, sometimes if you look at the game, it's too easy. So sometimes if it's too easy, you're not doing those extra sprints. Because you're already getting 40 and 20 anyway, right? And these are those games where you need to close out the extra defensive slide, the extra drive. And I think if Joker was in a little bit better shape, he pulls out this game by himself, but he did a lot.
Ocho, you watching this game and you see the Nuggets, they played extremely well for 3 quarters. They played really well. Then they get outscored 34-19 in the fourth quarter. Jokic was doing all he could. Murray had 28, but it was a very inefficient 28. He had 27 shots to get it. He was 3 of 13 from the three-point line. Christian Brown, 43 minutes, 3 of 12 from the field, 2 of 8 from the three-point line. Michael Porter Jr. had played 29 minutes. He was 1 of 7 from the field. He was 0 of 5 from the three-point line. You can't play that many minutes and only have 2 points. Christian Brown had 8 points in the first half, none in the second half. They got no contribution. And when you get that kind of contribution, they had 6 guys in double figures. OKC did. When you watch this game and you see late in the game, the 2 big guns, Shai Gilgeous and Jalen Williams, take this game over. What impressed you most about what you saw from OKC, Ocho?
Hey, honestly, Unc, I really think it came down to fatigue, Unc. Both teams lean very heavy on their starters. Obviously so because of the playoffs and the severity and the meaning of and the importance of this game. OKC rotated their players in short spurts where they only had really 1 player over 24 minutes. You look at Denver, they had 4 players that played over 37 minutes. And obviously, when it came to those last 5 minutes of the game, when it was time to close out or they were switching late, it showed. Listen, Joker did what he could do. He just looked tired, but even when he is tired, he still show up to the party. Man, he still give you that work, man. I don't know what brother Michael Porter Jr. I don't know Porter. It's Michael Porter Jr., right? Man, what young bull like that doing,
Nothing.
Man?
Getting cardio in. He has a sprained left AC joint, and if we've ever had those, we know that's very painful. But if you can't get the job, at some point in time, if you can't get the job done, you say, Coach, I just can't get it done. Because you not being a threat, now you allow them to load up on Yoke. You allow them to load up on Murray because they don't view you as a scoring threat. So now if you're not a threat, you're no good to your team because now they can go 2-on-2, 2-on-1, 2-on-1. They can load up on Yoke, and you see that's what happened later in the ball game because, he hit a fadeaway 3 that I don't know how that ball went in, but it did go in. But Porter and Brown are going to have to give them more if they want to get back and come back to OKC for Game 7. What do you think they need to do in order to win on Thursday night in Denver to make sure they have a Game 7, I think Saturday or Sunday?
Probably a lot more body movement. The Joker had 5 assists. That's not normal. I think he needs to have 10 assists. For them.
They can't make shots, Metta. In order to get an assist, the guy got to put the ball in the basket.
That's true. And on the flip side, they got to put the ball in the basket. That's true. And Joker probably took it upon himself. But I feel like he's not in the 10 assist range, and I think that's going to be difficult. Like you said, it's going to fall on the players. They're going to have to step it up.
Because I'm looking at Jamal Murray. Think about it. He had 28 points. It took him 27 shots. Christian Brown had 8 points, but he had 12 shots. Michael Porter Jr. had 2 points. He had 7 shots. So, and he was all 5. So Christian Brown and Michael Porter Jr., they were 2 of 13 from the 3. And so, look, the thing is that you have to have, if I'm playing the Denver Nuggets, what am I going to do? Am I going to make Jokic a scorer, or I'm going to let him be a facilitator? But I can't let him do both. Right. Because if he's doing both, it's going to be hard for you to beat him. Now, like you said, if he had 44 points and 12 assists, well, they win this game. But that means players are making shots because it'd be interesting to see how many potential assists he could have had guys made those shots. And that's the difference in this ball game because late in the fourth quarter when it got time, they made their shots. OKC made their shots, and that's why you got 6 guys in double figures. And you look at the rotation. The Nuggets are playing 8 guys. OKC are playing 10 guys. You see the difference? 18 minutes, 11 minutes. Even Isaiah Joe only played 5. Caruso gave you 24 minutes. Jalen Williams gave you 10 minutes. Lou Dort gave you 28 minutes. And then your big guns, Gilgeous had 39, 33 for Hartenstein. Jalen Williams had 38, and Chet Holmgren had 34. But that's what you have to have in situations like this, Ocho. You got to have your big guns to go.
Hey, but that goddamn Lou Dort when he hit them 3 threes back to back, Jaden Williams, like everybody collectively as a group, they played very well offensively in transition on both ends of the floor. Defensively, I think honestly, Metta and Unc, I really want to ask you, based on the way they performed tonight, the way the Thunder performed tonight, what are the chances you have them winning a chip this year, even though they're
Well, damn,
young.
can
Well,
we
you know,
get
I'm
out
a
of this
Pacer.
series first or get out of the Western Conference?
Listen, I don't mean no disrespect, but I really think this series is over.
I don't think it's
I think
over.
this
I think
series,
it's going 7.
I think,
I think it's
what?
going 7.
You
I
think
can
the
see it
Thunder gonna
going
let it
7.
slip up? And
I can see it going 7 with because you know the Joker's a different. He a different beast. You know, he got 2 games away. That's how he looking at it. Now, I didn't necessarily think the Pacers was going to be like a number 1 seed or beating a number 1 seed. I knew it was going to be
right.
good, but you know, all the other teams are stacked. Giannis, SGA, right? And so, you know, I think the Pacers are coming out the East. And so I did have SJ. I did have OKC winning. Right, I did have them favored to win this year.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to be honest. I did have them favored to win, but if they go up against Indiana, you know how that go. I'm facing town, baby.
I totally get that. I think that look, Peyton Watson. I mean, guys were bad. I mean, the reserves came in. They hit 3 shots. They're 3 of 15. Peyton Watson was 1 of 4. Russ was 1 of 7. Strather was 1 of 2. I mean, 1 of 2. So that's 3 of 13 shots. That's not good enough. That's not nearly good enough. When you look at what they got out of their bench, they got 15, 18, they got 22. You gave them 10, they got 22. So the thing is that it's hard for and that's the thing about the playoffs. It's really hard for your big guys to get a rest because the game get away from you just like that. They take Jokic out or they take Murray out and gone. Now OKC goes on a run. And that's really hard. But, you know, Jokic knows he's going to have to probably play another 44, 45. He might have to play 46 minutes in order for them to have a chance. But they're going to have to shoot the ball better. 13 or 46 won't get it done. You shooting under 30% and from the 3, and you taking that many? Nah, they need to be in the 30. They need to be somewhere between 35 and 38% if they're going to shoot that many threes.
And they got to help too. You got to have something from the bench, huh? Something from the bench got to have. And the thing about it is, you know, Russell Westbrook at times, you know, he's up and down. So he had a somewhat of a bad game tonight. I doubt he has a repeat performance of that, you know, come next game. Because obviously you're back against the wall. You don't have a choice but to win this next game. I think he's gonna show up. He's gonna deliver. Joker's gonna be Joker no matter what. And MPJ got to show up. Michael Porter.
I think they gotta, you know, they gotta drive the ball too. Sometimes that shot not falling. You gotta, if you look at the Pacer game when they won, it was down 7 and Halliburton hit that layup. It was down 7 for 45 seconds. And what did Halliburton start doing? He started driving. And actually, even in the first quarter, they were actually down that game. And then when the young fella McConnell got in the game, he started driving the ball to the basket. Once he started driving the ball to the basket, changed the whole game. You see what I'm saying? And I think sometimes guys is afraid to use that extra energy to, you know, to get to the teeth of the defense, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. But you look at that's not Michael Porter Jr. He's basically he's a wing player. He's using the catch and shoot, things like that. He's not looking to put the ball on the floor. Obviously, Murray will put the ball on the floor. Christian Brown can drive the ball. Gordon can drive the ball. Yoke can do some of everything. But other than Russ, but we talked about this at the beginning of the series. You got to ride the Russ roller coaster. I mean, you're going to get a game where he gives you 17 points and 6 rebounds and 5 assists, but you're also going to have a game where he plays like this, and he's not efficient, and he's going to turn the ball over. You have to accept everything that comes along, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent. That's who Russell Westbrook is. That's basically what he has been his entire career. Yeah, he can give you 30. But he can have a double. He can have a trip dub, but he's probably gonna have 7 or 8 assists. That comes along with it. We're understanding that now. We know where we are. We know what we hope we know what we're gonna get from Russ. But the other guys, I need Murray to be a little bit more efficient. I need Christian Brown to give me more than what he gave me tonight. Michael Porter Jr. 2 points won't get it. You cannot play 29 minutes and give the team 2 points. That will not cut it. 2 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Not nearly enough. That's not nearly enough against this team. Maybe against the Clippers. That was good. And if you go back and look at how he played in game 3, he was great. He was great in game 3. He was one of the reasons that they won. But this effort that they get go ahead, Bella.
Hey, I was gonna say, thanks for having me on Nightcap. I gotta catch this connecting flight. I'm over here in Dubai. I'm in Dubai.
You in where?
Just came
Dubai?
I just left Saudi. Now I'm in connecting Dubai, coming back to LA. You know, they told me I get on a nightcap. I was like, man, I got to get on a nightcap. But I want to say, it's an honor to be on nightcap. I love everything you're doing in media, Chad. You already know. So good to see you. And
Yes, sir.
have me again. I would love to come back on a nightcap.
Absolutely. Appreciate you
Thank
stopping
my
by
guy.
for a few moments, Metta. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Go catch that flight.
Thank you, my guys.
All right, bro. Yeah, Ocho, look,
Yeah.
34-19, they got outscored. They were up by 8. They lose by 7. And you think about it, they scored 28, 28, 30, and then they dipped to 19. That was not the quarter that you wanted to have your lowest scoring output. Give OKC credit. They're a great defensive team. They switch everything. They can guard. You got Jalen Williams that can guard, Lou Dort that can guard. Even when they come in, Caruso can guard, Wiggins can guard, Wallace can guard, Joe can guard. They do a great job. Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein doing a great job of protecting the paint. Shai is great at deflecting, getting deflection and stealing the ball. So they're a very good defensive team. I don't want to take anything away from them, but I do think that Michael Porter, he and Christian Braun are going to have to play better if they want to force a Game 7 and come back to OKC.
I mean, do you make a coaching change? I mean, does a coach make a change? And with Michael Porter Jr. really not giving you anything, do you have somebody else play?
But remember, I said, and Joe said, you and Joe said you don't want to mess up that and take the production that Russ gives you off the bench. I made that recommendation a couple of days ago. Remember?
Yeah, I mean, well, at this point, you definitely got to do it.
I agree.
I'm just saying, you're back against the wall. You're gonna go home, one or the other. If he's that injured, hell, you can have Russ in there. Russ can give you what, 2 points?
Russ gave you 4.
That's the case.
Russ gave you 4 in 20 minutes. But guys just got to be better. Guys got to be better. I mean, the bench for the Nuggets were 2 of 8 from the 3. That ain't good enough. That's not good enough. But OKC is 1 win away from advancing to the Western Conference Finals. And thanks to a 112-105 victory over Denver, Game 6 is back in Denver on Thursday. Great balanced scoring from the Thunder, 6 players in double figures, led by what we presume will be the MVP, Shai Gilgeous. He has 31 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. And they win 112-105. Tyrese Halliburton leads the Pacers to their second straight Eastern Conference Final. 31 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 10 of 15 from the floor, 6 of 10 from the three-point. I think in the second quarter, that's what did it. They were down by as many as 19, and then Hali hits like 4 or 5 threes. Flipped the momentum. He drove the basketball. He was sensational. He won this game for him. And everybody, I don't want to take anything away from anybody because I thought Nesmith played well. Nembhard played well. Siakam. Again, Ocho, Siakam, 21 points. Nesmith, 13 points, 13 rebounds. Miles Turner, 10 points, 7 rebounds. Nembhard, 18 points. Hali was sensational, plus 27, the highest plus minus. They shot 50% from the floor. They shot 43% from the three-point line, and they win this game. They go on the road, 3 games, all 3 games in the number 1 seed building. They won the ball game. And they won it in clutch situations, playing great. Hali was putting the ball on the floor, getting to the basket, or he was shooting that rainbow 3 that was splashing nothing but net. Evan Mobley played great again tonight. He was 8 of 12, 24 points, 11 rebounds. You got 11 points. Darius Garland, he's still nicked up, 4 of 16, 0 of 6 from the 3. He had 11 points, Donovan Mitchell played 38 minutes, 8 of 25 from the floor, 4 of 13 from 3, 15 of 21 from the free throw line, 35 points. I thought what really hurt them is that Donovan got fouled on a 3-point shot, and he missed all 3 of them, Ocho. He missed all 3 of them. Max Strus got great cardio in. He didn't give you no points tonight. 0 of 9, 0 of 6, no free throws. It's bad. At some point, at some point in time now, we got to start holding Donovan Mitchell accountable. Now, we say he's a superstar, and he has yet to get past the second round. Now, they won 64 games this year. Had a very similar situation
Number
in Utah. At what point in time do we say, all right, Donovan,
Yeah.
all these acrobatics and 70 points and 57 points in a playoff game and 50 points in a playoff game? At some point in time,
Yeah.
we need to see that
Mhm.
progress and you move on to the next
Yeah.
round. Go ahead, Ocho.
Right. I mean, hell, Cleveland just shot 38%, man, from the field tonight. They were 25% from three. Hell, they had 23 fouls, 11 turnovers. I mean, it took goddamn Donovan Mitchell. Shit, he had 35 points. We were 8 for 25.
Yeah, he took 25 shots to
was-
get it.
Took a lot of shots to even get it. And obviously the inconsistencies with scoring and poor shooting from the perimeter, it killed any momentum for them or a chance at a comeback, regardless. The goddamn Pacers, boy, everybody in double figures.
That's how they do it. They do it by committee.
Everybody in double figures and everybody contributing. So I mean, no disrespect to brother Donovan Mitchell, but he can only do so much. And obviously Darius Garland is hurt. It's evident. You can tell. But man, without a full roster, there's really no way they're gonna play. I call them the 4x1 team, because that's what they do. They run up and down the court like damn 4x1. Huh?
They're looking to push the ball, make or miss. They'll take it out the net or they'll take it out of bounds, but they're looking to push the tempo. And they were doing a great job because they want to keep the ball out of Halliburton's hand because he's the point guard. I mean, he's the guy that's looking to push the tempo. But they did a great job.
Yeah.
But he got it going in the second quarter. And I think he had like 15, maybe 15, 17 points in the second quarter alone. I think it was 15. I think he had 15 in the second quarter, and I think they were all made threes. And
Yeah.
he was sensational. He got it going, and then once he got it going, they settled in. It's like, and I think the thing is that once Cleveland couldn't blow them out, they couldn't get any more separation, Ocho.
Yeah.
He's like, man, we were up by 19. We had the crowd into the building, and here they are. They're still standing. We just hit them with our best.
Right.
We hit them with a flurry that lasted about 10 minutes, and they're still standing. Uh-oh. LeBron James tweeted, Hali effing hooping. Where's the lames who said he was overrated? Quiet as hell. That boy nice. Even more someone everyone would love to play with. Mind the game pod. Tyrese Halliburton was voted most overrated by the players. And now he's on his way to his second straight conference finals. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they are the first 4 or lower seed to make back-to-back conference finals ever.
Right.
What it is, what do you think it is, the reason why he's received so much hate?
And I don't even think, honestly, when it comes to this, if you ask all the players in the NBA, I guarantee you none of them voted. I guarantee you none of them actually voted for this. And it's something that's
It's a player's poll, Ocho. That's like saying, let me ask you a question. So the NFL, when they say the top-rated 100 players, you think they vote?
Hold on,
I'm just asking. I'm talking about players. So if they don't vote for this, they're not voting in the NFL, correct? Or when the baseball have a poll, who's the best player? They voted.
I don't remember ever voting. Did you
didn't have that poll? Did they have that? Did they have that when you voted? When you played?
I don't.
Did they have? How far does the top 100 go back? I think it goes back probably like 2012, 2013.
Oh, for real? Yeah, I just because if you ask the NBA players, about this voting stuff, you ask me if they voted.
Of course, they're not going to attach their name to it because they smiling in the man's face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see
You think I'm going to say, I voted him most overrated?
I just doubt it, man. I just think it's something. I think it's something that.
Let me ask you a question. Well, how did they come up with his name? Of all the players, there are 450 players in the NBA, 30 teams, 15 players per team.
Well, they only listen. You notice they picked the top dogs, right? They picked the top dogs. So he's a top dog. I think it's just his game is not pretty. It's not aesthetically pleasing.
Okay, we'll say that.
I think
that's why they said he's overrated. But let's not be disingenuous to say that the players didn't vote. They voted.
I don't think they did. I'm just being honest with you. He can't be as good as he's been all season long, and all of a sudden, some players in the NBA that respect each other, unless it's a personal issue, are going to say, "Oh, he's overrated." Absolutely, it's the fucking name. Oh, my bad. It's the NBA. It's the NBA for one, and you respect the player that's as good as he is and has done what he's done.
But the problem that you run into, Ocho, a lot of players are comparing them to who? Point guard, Steph Curry. Who's another point guard? Shai Gilgeous. Who's another point guard? Luka Doncic. Right. So when you
Okay, I like what you just said. That comparison, like I always say, is the thief
Right.
of joy, right? Okay, you're comparing him to Steph and SJ and all these other point guards. Well, you wouldn't say he's overrated. You'd just say he's not as good as them. Everybody just named aesthetically pleasing. Look at Shai's
Yeah.
game, SGA's game, smooth as goddamn
Right.
butter. Look at Steph. Got all the little kids, little infants, can't even walk yet. They shooting threes.
Yeah.
So it's different. Halliburton, his shot looked like Sean Marion. It's not pretty. It looked like Horace Grant when he shoot. I mean, it's just what it is. But he gets the job done in not a beautiful way. It's like you see a woman, right? You see a nice woman, shape, she's cute, and all of a sudden she turn around, it's like, it's not what you thought it was. But it gets the job done.
I know what you mean.
That's all. Yeah.
But I think I think the thing is, for me, I do believe, look, Ocho, there's a reason why when you vote, you go into a booth so nobody else knows what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't like that. We need to get rid of that. Oh, my bad.
I mean, look at that. They got, Tyrese Halliburton got Rudy Gobert, Trey Young, Jimmy Butler, Bradley Beal, Draymond, Ja, Jewel Randle, Embiid, Giannis, Dylan Brooks, Paul George, Tyler Hero. All these guys were on there.
That's man.
No one who reached the NBA is overrated. True. Because what are you basically, because, if you're in the league, obviously, there's level to everything. Everybody that works at a Fortune 500 company isn't the CEO. There's not the CFO. They're not the COO. So obviously there's levels to it. And I think that's the thing is that you're thinking, like I said, but every one of the players that's on this list has the ability to make players that didn't make this list look foolish. In the NFL, the worst player on his best day can make the best player on his worst day look bad.
Absolutely.
That's the NFL. That's the that's NBA. That's MLB. The best pitcher can go out there and pitch 6, 7, 8 shutout innings. But then the worst pitcher can pitch 7, 8 shutout innings. The best pitcher can go out there and pitch a third of an inning and gave up 8 hit 5 runs, and he's gotten pulled. So when you're looking at it, they're all professionals. In any profession, professional can make another professional in said profession look foolish.
And you know what I think, especially when it comes to the 1%, NBA, NHL, NFL, I think the thing that separates all of the players is consistency.
Yeah, for sure.
I think whoever can do it at a consistent level for a very long period of time. Some people are inconsistent with it. They can do it on one night, but can't do it on the other. They're consistently just really, really good and really never fall up underneath that medium of, God damn, what the hell was that? It's just always good, and then sometimes it's great.
Yes. But you do realize, like, to be great is boring because you're doing the same thing over and over. What do you think? What do you think? What you think? Steph Curry going to the gym and kicking the ball in the hoop? No, he's shooting threes over and over and over and over again. And he's warming up the same way over and over and over again. And LeBron James is doing the same thing over and over and over again. And Tiger did the same thing. And people like, that's boring. Greatness is very monotonous. Because you going and doing it over and over. It's the repetition. And so you don't do it so you can get it right. You do it until you can't get it wrong. And that's what great. That's what great. Tom Brady did the same thing for 20 plus years, and he probably said, he enjoyed doing it, but it was boring because he's watching film, he's going out there, he's getting his band, he's getting his body loose, and he's throwing outs, and he's throwing sticks, and he's throwing go balls, and he's throwing overs, and he's throwing flat routes, and he's throwing post routes. He's doing that every single day.
And the funny thing about it too is you talk about people that are great and great at what they do, and it's not even just sports, huh? It's not even just sports. It's things that people can apply to their everyday life. But the hard part about it is nobody wants to continue to do the same thing over and over, let alone have the discipline to do it consistently until they become great at something, whatever it may be.
And that's the
Whatever
It
it may
is.
be. Everybody look at shortcuts. How can I get to my end goal faster? How can I get to my end goal faster? Never really wanting to put the work in, but wanting the end result right
Because
away.
we can get a microwave
Instant
society.
gratification, instant satisfaction. Hey, it never lasts.
We're in a microwave society, Ocho. Because what I can do, I can just stick it in the microwave for a minute and it's done. I ain't got to put it on the stove. I ain't got to watch it. It ain't got to simmer. I ain't got to go back and check it. I just put, bing.
Hey, but listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because anything it has instant gratification
It's not sustainable.
at all. It's like a one-hit wonder. It's like a one-hit wonder.
I mean, I wish you know what? I wish we could have a Beyonce, somebody that's been great for an extended period of time, and tell Beyonce what did you do? Because all you hear is about how hard she worked. She knows what she wants. She goes in the studio and she says, "Okay, I got it," and she does this over and over, over and over, over and over, over and over. All the greats did it. And people are like, man, how you eat the same thing? Because I want the same result. I don't expect anything different. You think LeBron James expect anything different than the greatness that he's displayed for 22 years? You think Tom Brady expected something different from the greatness that he displayed throughout his NFL career once he got in there? Of course not. That's why he did what he did. And you try to find ways to improve upon that. Tom didn't always do the TB12 method. He found somebody's like, okay, I'll try it. He had success. He never left him. LeBron got Mike Macias. Jordan got Tim Grover. Kobe had Grover. Boom. And so it is a greatness requires not a commitment, but a singular focus. A singular focus. Jordan didn't have no race car team. He didn't have all this stuff while he played. Kobe didn't have all these. Kobe was not trying to win no Oscar while he played.
Right.
He had a singular focus. The greats have a singular focus. Now, they've branched off now, and where you see guys trying to build their brand, and that's fine. But you have to I think you get to a certain point, you're like, well, and I don't really know how much of they're doing is that. Because let's take LeBron, for example. He's made Savannah's like, I've always wanted to be a housewife. I want to support my husband. I want him to be the best at what he can do. I got this at home. Don't you worry about Bronny. Don't you worry about Bryce. Don't you worry about Zurich. I got this. You handle that. Okay, now he has other endeavors. Maverick, you handle that. Rich Paul, you handle this. Randy, you run the day-to-day. You make sure I get from point A to point B, wherever we need to be. Boom, 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 boom. He focuses on what he focuses on. You see? Everything is, for LeBron, all LeBron do is come down and eat. Hey, Savannah might hand him his jacket or something. He out the door he got a driver. He ain't driving. I told him one time, hey, I saw him driving. I hit him up. I said, bro, hell, I didn't even know you have driver's license. I ain't never seen you drive before. He sent me the emoji back laughing. I'm like, damn, bro, you can drive. You got driver's license? He's like, yeah, I can drive. But greatness, it requires all encompassing. And that's why most people think people that are great, they're you know what? They got total vision. But if you notice, you ever seen penguins and pigeons hanging? Birds of a feather flock together. You don't see penguins and pigeons hanging. Penguins hang with penguins. Pigeons hang with pigeons. Eagles hang with eagles. Hawks hang with hawks. That's why you see people of a certain status. Because you know why? Brian Billick once told me, he said, Shay, you know why movie stars marry other movie stars? Well, I don't know, maybe on the set. He said, because the other know what it's like to live in that world. They know what it's like to jump in and out of character, what they have to go lock in for 6 months and be something. And then all of a sudden, so now when I'm irritable and I'm moody, guess what? My partner did the same thing just last year. So I know what he's going through. She knows what I'm going through.
I can relate to it, yeah.
Relatability. Makes sense. It makes sense. But Hali put on a show tonight. He was sensational. and they won this
Nice.
game. Clutch situation. They've been great all game long. I mean, you look at 2 games. Cleveland probably kicking themselves in the butt. Had it won, and they came back and lost. And Indiana came back and took both games. Could we get a rematch of the semifinals of last year in the Eastern Conference? Knicks, Pacers.
Yeah.
Pacers go into MSG, win a game 7. It's going to be very interesting. I think Brunson got nicked last year, but he's full go now. This is going to be a great look. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I do believe at some point in time, the New York Knicks are going to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals where they'll face the Indiana Pacers. That's what I do believe, and I think it's going to be a great. It's going to be a great series. Steph Curry is officially out for Game 5 in Minnesota. That means Golden State, trailing in the series 3-1, will face elimination without their best player. Does Golden State win this game tomorrow?
I think they waved the white flag, huh? Honestly, I just honestly think that. I mean, I think they waved the white flag. I don't think they have a chance of winning the game without Steph. If they do have a chance, we're gonna need Jimmy Butler to be Jimmy Butler. We need him to be playoff
Correct.
Jimmy. We need Buddy Hield to be Buddy Hield that we saw score 30. I forgot what night that was. He got to come out. He got to have an out of body experience.
No, he got to have that game. That game 7 in Houston where he scored 33, and then he came back the first game. And I think the first game this series when Steph got hurt, he dropped 22.
Yeah, he's gonna have to add something like that.
I
So
agree.
if anything, it's gonna be a two-headed monster. It's gonna be a two-headed monster from Jimmy and Buddy if they're even gonna contend and make it a game in general. If not, you know what? The fat lady might as well start singing. I don't know what song she's gonna sing, but she might well start singing.
I think the thing is though, man, Ant-Man, he gets you down, bro. He don't let you up. He from the South. He knows that old saying, kill a gnat with a sledgehammer. Don't wave at him and shoo him and hope he don't come back. When you see him right there, you get your sledgehammer and you hammer his ass. You make sure, bro, that's overkill. No, it ain't. And that's how Ant-Man is. He had an opportunity to dispatch Book and KD, and he did it. He had an opportunity to dispatch Jokic and Murray, and he did it. He had an opportunity to dispatch Luka and LeBron, and he did it. Now, he's going to do. I believe they're going to win. Steph got hurt, but it's going to be a nice pelt on his wall. I mean, he got to. Hey, if you know anything about hunting, I'm not a hunter anymore, but hey, they like trophies, and so they go. You know, they try to go into Africa and they try to get the big 7, the Cape buffalo, a lion, a leopard, and whatever the case may be, and they put it on his wall. That's what he's going for. He a big game hunter. And normally, hey, when he sets his target on something, when he sets his sight on something, you don't miss. You don't miss. It's very unfortunate, and you see what's happened. It's a war of attrition. That's what it comes down to, injury. You see Steph get injured. Donovan Mitchell got nicked. Jason Tatum is out.
Tatum.
Ain't nobody feeling sorry for you. They're not. Hey.
It's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. And sometimes when it gets down to this, it's a war of attrition, Ocho. Who is the healthiest? Who can stay the healthiest the longest?
That's what it comes down to. Actually, in any sport, huh? Now, we ain't even talking basketball. Whether it be football, NHL, baseball, especially your most important players, your Steph Currys, your Jason Tatums, they give you a chance. Just having them makes your job easy.
Does.
Now you just need somebody else to contribute, to do their part.
And when you said playoff Jimmy needs to show up. Even if he shows up, he's gonna need one more person to come along with him.
Yeah, that's why I said it got to be Buddy. It got to be Buddy.
Maybe it's Kuminga.
And hell, hey, hold on, I forgot about Kuminga. He didn't have 2 good games back to back.
They got wasted because hey, Drew Randall and Ant-Man, they're gonna give you.
Yeah.
So one Jimmy can't outdo both of them. So somebody, Buddy, Kuminga, somebody, pause is due for a game. Podziemski, he hadn't played well. I'm not breaking news. I'm not interrupting your normally scheduled programming to tell you this. He hasn't played well. He's going to have to play better if they're going to have a chance to win this ball game. So
Yeah.
they got their work cut out for them tomorrow. I mean, they would love to be in a situation, but at this point in time, even if they win Game 5, I ain't bringing Steph back. I'm not going to run the risk of hurting that man.
Yeah, that's why I said they waved a white flag. It's no need. There's no need, especially being down 3-1. There's no need to bring him back and put him through that and making him exert that kind of energy to even get us back in this
Get
series.
healthy.
Just let.
Hey, get ready to enjoy
Yeah,
your
get
off-season
healthy.
step.
Ready for next
Take you
year.
about 2 weeks, two weeks, a month off. Go on vacation. You and Aisha take the kids on, go on vacation somewhere. Relax. Don't even worry about it.
Mhm.
Check back in when you get back at the 1st of July.
Yeah.
According to ESPN, Tim McMahon, the Mavs won't trade the number 1 pick. The Mavs plan to select Duke forwards Cooper Flagg and will not entertain the possibility of trading away the pick for a proven superstar.
Mhm. Yes, there's no need. There's no need, especially not them. You want to piss the fans off even more? Do you want to piss them off even more? I'm not sure they're superstars that you would trade them
Giannis.
for, but at this point, I mean, Giannis, Giannis is a good one, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I like the fact of having Kyrie coming back healthy. You got AD, got Cooper Flag. Let's see what they could become before we think about going to get Giannis. And I already told you Giannis going to Miami, but that's neither here nor there.
Rich Paul also says Cooper Flagg going number 1 overall to Dallas will allow him to develop on a reasonable timeline as a rookie. I agree. I think the thing is it would be more reasonable had Kyrie not gotten nicked. Well, if Kyrie hadn't gotten nicked, they wouldn't be in this situation to select him. So that's neither here nor there. But I think he might have to pick up that a little sooner because Kyrie's probably not going to come back until January of 26 because he's coming suffer that knee injury. So him, AD, they got some. I mean, when you're the number 1 pick, Ocho, expectations are there. I don't care how long you can say, okay, a year, 2 years, 3 years, but the expectations are you're the number 1 pick. Excuse me. And when you're the number 1 pick, the expectation, you're supposed to be franchise altering. You're supposed to be generation.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be damn near transcendent when you play with.
You don't think he's that?
I don't know, but I'm saying, I mean,
Right.
when you think about it, ain't nobody say, oh, LeBron gonna be able to develop on his own timeline. Shaq will be able to develop on his own timeline. Kareem will be able to. Magic will be. That is not what they said. Allen Iverson gonna be able to develop on his own timeline. AD will be able to develop on his own timeline. That's not what they said.
Right.
So it's gonna be. I think he can play. I think he's sensational. I mean, he's a big kid, can shoot the ball, can put the ball on the floor. He gave the U.S. team all they can handle when they were getting ready, gearing up for the Olympics. So he's gone against NBA talent. He's played at an elite program. He knows the expectations when you play at that program. You're number 1 overall, so nothing is going to surprise him. Like, man, I ain't know they expected that from me. Yeah, you're number 1 overall pick.
Right.
And when you're the number 1 overall pick, they have lofty expectations.
Yeah.
And I believe he can reach them. I do.
Yeah. I think he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. Shoot, he's always been that guy for a very long time, and just obviously his childhood dream is making it to the NBA, being the number 1 overall pick. I don't think there's any pressure on him. At the end of the day, it's still basketball. And you've been playing it, you've been doing it real well for a very long time. So this is what you wanted. Now you got it.
You got to show why you're number 1 overall. It's just like in any sport. You got to show. I need to see why you're number 1 overall pick. I got to see why you're the 1st round draft pick. I got to see why you won the Thorpe Award or the Player of the Year, the Heisman Trophy, whatever the award is, Ocho. We need to see it now. Oh, okay, I see why you won that award, but okay, you got that. You like that. Okay, we good. Because you know the coach, you go, hey, what you think about the draft pick? He can play. He going to be good.
Yeah.
I mean, once he figured out right now, you can see he processing it. But once he get it down, he going to be held. Yeah, he going to be all right. He going to be, you won't have to worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, how many times can you think? You could probably count on 2 hands, or has it been more than 2 hands where a player is going number 1 and has been absolutely atrocious?
In football or basketball?
Basketball.
Anthony Bennett.
No, I said absolutely.
Anthony Bennett.
Like,
he was out of the league in a year. Is that atrocious?
Huh? One?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you
goddamn.
ask.
What year was this?
Like what, the year LeBron left? 2013?
This got to be. Oh, this got to be old, huh?
2013. There've been a lot of guys, Ocho.
Oh, he went
Number
number
one.
one. He was that good?
Good and terrible. He was good enough to go number one and bad enough to be out of the league.
It must have been uphill though. It had to be something mental.
I don't know what it was. Who else? Michael Olowokandi, Kwame, Greg Oden. Greg Oden was injury.
Oh, yeah, Greg Oden.
Look,
I remember
Kwame,
that.
I don't think Kwame was bad. He just, for whatever reason, he went to the wrong situation. He went to a situation where Jordan wanted a vet. And Jordan, thought he should know. And there are things that Kwame didn't know. And there was no one there willing to teach him. And so he didn't get if he went somewhere now that had a let's just say Kwame had gone to the Spurs, where they'll give guys, they'll work with a guy and give you an opportunity to grow. I mean, sometimes you go on a team, Ocho, like you go to the Patriots ain't giving nobody no time to grow. You come in as a first round pick, you pick this issue up and be ready to play. And so I think that was the thing with Kwame. I think he went to the wrong place. He needed to go somewhere where they were going to give the rookie, give a first round pick or a high draft pick an opportunity to mature, to grow. That ain't what Jordan. Jordan, nah, I ain't got that kind of time, bro. And think about it, he went where then he goes to Kobe. You know Kobe, you know what Kobe on? He on the same stuff Jordan on. Who else?
Yeah, that's two.
Okay, Markel's Fultz.
Oh no, but he bounced back though. Fultz, right?
Yeah, Ocho. You do realize, when you're a number one overall pick, they expect you to be an All NBA and All Star.
Right.
Oh yeah, Purvis. He grew up here. I mean, I know Purv personally. He's from Savannah. Went to Louisville. Led him to the national championship as a freshman. Beat Duke.
Damn.
Well, they called him never nervous, but then he stayed hurt so much they say out of service Purvis. Man, you know how they do, man. You know they be giving you nickname. Hey. But yeah, it's just the expectations, Ocho. With anything. When you go first overall. Because Ocho ain't but one. You the first, you number one.
Yeah.
Baseball. You look at a guy like Josh Hamilton, had talent out the yin yang. I watched him in the home run derby at old Yankee Stadium, hit it out the stadium. But the Demons got a hold of him, Ocho, and even though early on he got selected number one overall for the Rays, he got tangled up, he got clean, came back, hit 350, won the MVP. They got him again, Ocho. Now he broke.
Once you get a hold of you, man.
It's hard every day, Ocho. Every day. Think about it, Ocho. You can be sober for 10 years straight.
One time.
You have to drive by a bar, a package store every day for the rest of your life. Not turn around, not put the blinker on and go inside. Every day. You can't be around it.
Yeah.
If you were and that Ocho, you can't go hang on the corner with your boys if you know what they do.
Right.
My girlfriend used to always tell me and my brother, boy, association brings on assimilation. You hang around people long enough that doing stuff, you would start to do it also. It's hard to run in that circle. It's hard to run in that circle where people are doing things that you know aren't right, and then you just walk away. Because eventually you're like, man, this one time. And that's the time to get you. It's just that one time that you decide.
So birds of a feather do flock together.
Penguins and pigeons don't hang. That's what I'm saying. Because a lot of times, Ocho, you with your boy, man. I've been knowing, man, me and Ocho, man, we grew up in the sandbox. I've been knowing Ocho, man, Ocho on 163rd and 5th. Man, Ocho, man, I know his grandma. His grandma, my grandma go to church together. So it's hard, that tie. Man, Ocho cool, man. Ocho good people.
Yeah.
That's why associate with someone long enough. Association brings on
That's true.
assimilation.
That's a good one. I'm just thinking, just hearing examples. I just throughout life in general. I'm not even speaking hypotheticals. I'm just saying where I see you see certain people hanging with certain individuals, and them knowing, well, that ain't your company. That's not the kind of company you need to be keeping, because that you don't even rock like that. So why are you even associated with
But
that?
I don't want to turn my back on you, Ocho. I've been knowing you, man. Ocho, I've been knowing you all my life. Ocho,
Right.
we went to church together. I still go. You don't go
Yes,
no more,
sir.
but I still go.
Hey,
So
hey,
that's the problem that people were. What do you hear, Ocho? Yeah, he started hanging with that crowd,
yeah, yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
got it caught up in some foolishness, some bull jive that he shouldn't have been in. And all it takes is one. Ocho, all it takes is one time. One time.
That's all. That's how it
That's
always
it.
happens.
Because Ocho, as an athlete, we don't think anything's gonna happen to us. We think we're invincible. We see stuff that happen out there in the real world and say, "Ain't no way it could never happen to me." I'm proof.
Yeah.
An anonymous player on the Nuggets says Russell Westbrook is immature, per Ramona Shelburne. According to Ramona's article, she reported minutes after the Nuggets lost Game 2 in their first-round series against the Clippers, Edelman had a problem. While he had been at post-game lecturing, there had been a heated discussion between Westbrook and Gordon in the locker room. Multiple sources told ESPN Gordon had challenged Westbrook about his attitude. Outside the locker room, one player relayed why Gordon might have done so. He's so immature, he said of Westbrook. First, Russ' wife Nina came to defense on IG. Why the Nuggets title hopes might hinge on a volatile player in the NBA? You should be ashamed. Volatile? You should be ashamed for so many reasons. I'll let you decipher them. Jay Williams doesn't want to hear excuses for Nikola Jokic. That's this who said? Oh, this is what she wrote at Ramona Shelburne, ESPN. Dirty work with Ramona. How could you share and spread so many lies randomly for no reason and with such conviction? You're using his name for clickbait during the playoffs, which is ridiculous. Trust me, I know the facts about literally everything. Normally, I let you guys tell your silly lies in peace. Enough already. Stop with the lies. Go Nuggets.
Hey, players do get into it
They do.
all the time.
They do.
That.
They do.
I'm not sure why is this even news? Okay, there's a disagreement. Okay, I don't like the way you act sometimes. I mean, that's
It
life.
is.
That's sport. For people that have never been a part of a locker room or any type of organized activity, this happens all the goddamn time. It's even news. Hell, shit, I'm sure it was some time Carson didn't like some of the stuff I did. I'm sure it was time with Coach Lewis didn't like some of the stuff I did. What did they tell me? Hey, well, I don't like that, but I need you to chill a little bit. Shit, Big Willie. Big Willie told me, stop talking to the defensive linemen in TV timeouts. You don't have to deal with them. I said, hey, Big Willie, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm just talking shit. He said, yeah, you talking trash, but we got to block.
Yeah, you talking to trash to people you ain't got to block.
Right. So I mean, okay, I get it. There were certain things that it happens.
Yeah.
You have little riff-raffs, and okay, they got into it. So what? What?
Yeah, I've been very fortunate to be in locker rooms where stuff didn't get out. I think now, I don't know if people pillow talk. I don't know.
Hey, everybody a chatty patty, boy.
Yeah.
Everybody chatty patty. They can't wait. And it's a certain player that knows all the goddamn reporters and always want to leak some stuff. Always. It always comes from about somebody inside the house.
Because I was that's one thing. How was work? It was work. What we practiced. We met. We practiced. Oh, such and such called and said. I said I don't know nothing about that, and I don't go no further. I know somebody called you and said this, but don't you call somebody else and say that. Because I don't want that ish coming up, because at the end of the day, you are a representation of me. Keep your mouth closed. What somebody else got going on, that ain't got ish to do with you. You worry about this house. All that other stuff that's going on out there, that ain't got nothing to do with you. What did you? I don't know about nothing. It ain't my business to know. It's my business to know Shannon's business and what goes on here. What you doing? That's my business. All that other stuff, what they doing, I let them worry about that because I can't control their house. I ain't in their house, so I don't know what you're talking about. What he said, I don't see that. That's the problem right there. He said, and now you repeating it. I don't get down like that. I don't want to hear nothing about what going on in somebody else's house. If it's not football related,
I ain't got anything to do with it.
I'm like, hey, bro. All I'm saying, I ain't gonna go. Hey, you need to tighten your screws down a little bit. You're a little loose out here, man. Sharpe, what you mean? What you mean? Hey, Sharpe don't go out, but if Sharpe know, how did he know?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going. Oh, okay. You're right. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I don't know how you do it wherever you were, but Mike ain't gonna play that. Mike will get rid of your ass.
Yeah.
Quick. So anything that's gonna take your focus away from winning ball games,
right?
Not being attentive, look here. That's one thing. Hey, you came to work at. Hey, when you went to Dove Valley, Bronco Parkway, you went to work. All that other stuff, and because I try to warn them. Because we one of the first teams that had cameras throughout the whole building. In meeting rooms, big meeting rooms, training. I said, y'all do know, y'all run out of here, y'all get on the phone. Y'all run out of here and you get on your cell phone. That's okay. Man, okay. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Oh, hey.
Hey, listen, I'm laughing because I'm guilty, boy.
Hey, you know the old people like, okay. Oh.
Yeah.
That's what my grandma went home. She like,
that's it. Just a nod, huh? Hey, you brought back some memories, boy.
Ocho,
brought back memories.
For that time,
yes,
I didn't have to be. I wasn't on special team, but on Friday. So Friday, they was like, hey, and special teams coach would always say, hey, we're gonna do hands team, so don't worry about it. We'll go over it. Just be out there on the field, blah blah blah. Right. So I didn't really have to get to meetings till 9:00. But anyway, okay, we got a break. So we got the big meeting. Mike, we got the big thing, and then we're gonna break up, and the defense gonna go in the area, offense stays here. And then after the offense, we're gonna be okay, we got a 10-minute break because we're gonna break up an individual. We got the tight ends, the running backs, the wide receivers.
Yeah.
What was that? Man, Sharpe, man, you ain't never on the phone, man. Damn. I said, let me ask you a question. Where you think my girl think I'm at? Where do you think I think she's at? Because, see, y'all calling to check up. If I got to do that, I got to get me a new girl. I ain't calling to check up on you. You don't call to check up on me. As a matter of fact, my phone was off. Now, if something like, look, my phone was off. My nephew passed. They called, my sister called the Broncos. My phone was off. They said, Shannon, such and such, Mike need to see you.
Dang.
I said, yo, what's up, Mike? Say, your nephew passed. Said, oh, so your sister said she's been trying to get in touch with you. I said, okay, I'll call her. I called her. She said, Shannon, my baby gone. It's like, all right, I'll be there. I went, I said, Mike, I got to go. He said, all right, just let me know when you're coming back. I went home, took care of my sister, got that situated. I came, that
Yeah.
was like a Saturday. I got back that, I think that Wednesday.
Right.
I'm all business, bro. When I'm at work, I'm at work. I ain't talking to nobody on the phone. I ain't doing all that stuff. I do all that stuff. Hey, and now I'll talk, because it was 2 hours difference in time. So I'm going to work. I might call my sister, or once I got done with work before it got too late, because, it's already, 7 o'clock. My grandma going to bed. If I wanted to talk to my granny, I was like, hey, let me put granny on the phone right quick. But other than that, no, I ain't about that, all that talking and like, I'm at work, Ocho. What am I doing at work?
Yeah, but hey, boy, you better than me, boy. We got two different approaches, boy. Hey, listen, when we leave that big team meeting and we got that 10-minute break before we go to the
Yeah.
offensive meeting, I'm on that phone, boy. I'm just gonna be honest.
Hey.
I'm scrolling Twitter. I'm scrolling, because this toward
Right.
the end. I got Twitter by
Right.
that time, 2008, 2009, 2010. Man, I'm all on there, man. I'm having a good time, sending my tweets out, and boom, I'm going to my meeting. Now, I don't take my phone with me to the meetings, but once I hit that meeting room, well, I'm strictly business.
I never took a phone in a meeting. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but boy, when we got that break, oh boy, listen, you know how black folk, boy, when we get a break, boy, we break.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I ain't playing.
I'm going to
Joan. Give me a
Joan.
break, boy.
I'm going to Joan. I'm ragging on somebody. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do. Then Austin Rivers said, cut the BS and name your source when speaking on another player's character. Let's take a listen to what he had to say, Ocho.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Y'all killing me with this anonymous seriously. No more of that. I don't want any more people talking about they heard such and such about a player due to an anonymous source, or I heard this guy wants out, or he wants to be traded, he wants to be signed here, he's unhappy, or I heard that guy's not a pleasure to work around, says an anonymous source. Enough of the anonymous. If you're going to speak on a player's character, if y'all going to come out here and talk about a player's personal life and certain things about him, either say it with your chest and say that you feel this way, or if you're going to quote somebody else, say their damn name. I'm tired of the anonymous.
That's never going to happen, because if you did that, you would never get any information.
Well, how about not having to get information, and the people that have something to say actually come out and say it. If you don't like something, just come out and say it. It's pretty simple, I think it's like keyboard warriors, people on Twitter talking trash, and you can't get to them, so they say whatever they want to because they know it's the internet.
Yeah.
I think, for media or analysts or pundits that have issue with players, or players having an issue with analysts, or players having an issue with players, I think we need to be, like I told you, we need to start just telling the truth, just being honest, just being upfront.
One of the biggest.
I think it will make the world a better place.
Do you know one of the biggest stories in American history with an anonymous source? Have you ever heard of Watergate?
Yeah, Watergate.
You know that started with an anonymous source, right? Can you imagine, had that anonymous source hadn't stepped up, what would have happened? Can you imagine? Can you possibly fathom what the CIA was doing with those taps to Dr. King? Can you imagine Iran-Contra? I mean, did that ring a bell or anything? Did you realize, if it not were for whistleblowers and anonymous source, you would have never known nicotine was addictive, and they was putting it in your tobacco and cigarettes and chewing tobacco for the longest time if it wasn't from an anonymous source. And the Tuskegee study. So be careful when you tell people to shut up, because can you imagine if people never said a word, what kind of predicament we would be in? Are we sure? And I get it. You speak of this, I get it. But are you sure that's what you want?
Yeah. I mean, they would never be quiet anyway, because people can't hold water, huh? People can't hold water.
I think in certain situations they should. Look, I get it. But this has been going, they make it seem like it's like an anonymous source just happened in the last 5 years. Do they understand? Right. First of all, it used to be a situation where the reporters would never tell what a player was doing. And they saw.
Mhm.
It used to be, you know what? Hey, I saw that. Hey, you see me, I
I ain't
see
got
you.
keep it
And
moving.
it's not like that anymore, Ocho. It's not. Because everybody, see, the thing is now, it's not about being right, it's about being first.
That's a good one.
I got to be first to get this story. Oh, it's competition.
Yeah, just in case I am
Yeah.
right.
Do you understand how much money these networks play for these insiders?
Yeah.
That's why they can't turn their phone off. Even Schefter doing an interview, phone going off the hook, I got to take this call, I got to step away. See, people are, you mad at the anonymous, you mad at the person that's delivering the information. You not mad at the person that told. Y'all think, how many times have Adam Schefter been wrong? When he said a trade's going to happen, a coach is about to be fired, or somebody's about to do this. When these
right.
basketball reporters, and they talk about, hey, LeBron James is gonna leave Cleveland, and LeBron James gonna leave Miami, and LeBron James gonna leave Cleveland, and Kevin Durant is leaving OKC.
Yeah. Hey, how many times? Think about it. Everything I've said, how many times I've been wrong?
At this point in time, for me, Ocho, I just don't say anything. I just say it and just walk away. Because if I say something, they gonna know. I let them discredit me. Well, you don't know, you're not in the locker room. Okay. People might say I talk a lot, but they don't say I don't know what I'm talking about. But that's not my job. My job is not to break news. I don't get paid for that. I don't get paid. I'm not an insider. I don't get paid for that. But I do like to get information. So when I go on air and I talk about something, or I come on here and talk about something, I feel very, very confident that people are not going to refute what I say.
Right. Hey, it pays to know it pays to know the right
It does.
people. And you never burn no bridges, huh? You
I'll
never know
never
when you
give.
need
I
people.
would never give. I don't give a damn if they got me in a court of law. I ain't telling.
Right.
That person gave me that information. It's going to my grave. Hey, off the record, bro. Put it in your words. Gotcha. Done deal. But the anonymous sources are not going to go away.
No, it never will.
No,
it's been around
because people want to know. Ocho, what? People want to know.
Yeah.
People want to know. Man, I wonder what Giannis is going to do. Now, the Giannis watch is on. Who gonna make a deal? Who's interested in Giannis? Where does Giannis want to go?
The Heat.
That might be the case.
I told you.
People gonna want to know, and not when Ocho. I don't want to know. Hell, I don't want to know with Sinners dropping tomorrow. Nah, I need some previews. I need somebody talking about it like a week, a month in advance.
And let me get a little trailer too while you at it.
That's how it works. But I get it, Austin. That, they're talking about Russ. Look, for me, I don't think this is not the first time that people have said stuff about Russ. Russ is used to it now. And his wife, Nina, has every right to defend her husband. I ain't got no problem either way.
The funny thing about Russ, boy, Russ don't give two what. He don't care.
Yeah.
He'll respond to you when he get ready, though, to let you know he don't give two what.
Exactly. So, look, I mean, that's not like earth-shattering news. Look, Russ has his personality is, sometimes comes off as abrasive. But that doesn't take away from the fact he's one of the 75 greatest players that ever played in the NBA. Everybody want everybody to get along. They're different. I mean, people have different personalities. And when you I don't care. Hell, you don't even get along with everybody don't get along with their own family. You think I'm gonna get along with somebody that I don't know, that from a different background, different state, different
Yeah.
socioeconomics or whatever. That's just the
Mhm.
way it is, Ocho. That's why it's so hard to win.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, Ocho, Baptist, Presbyterian, Catholic, a Jehovah Witness, Muslim, whatever the case, Judaism, whatever the case may be, we got a
Right.
common goal. So I got to take all these different religions, all these socioeconomic backgrounds. I got to take all these
Yeah.
different personalities. I got to take all these, orientations or whatever the case may be. And I got to have one common goal. One.
Yeah.
It ain't easy. Because think about, you get your family, you got a family of 5. Get everybody to agree to what y'all want to eat tonight.
Man, good luck with that.
And you think you about to get 53 players, or you about to get 15 players, or your baseball 29 players to agree, and everybody get along. No, it ain't gonna happen.
Not even realistic.
Common goal. All I want, you want to win. That's all I care about. All that other stuff,
That's
Ocho,
it.
I don't care about. I don't care about none of that until it starts to impact winning.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't care. That's your life. You live it. You good with it. If you like it, I love it. All I want to know is that you want to win. That's it. According to the Celtics, Jason Tatum underwent successful surgery to repair his ruptured Achilles tendon. No timetable is currently available for his return, but he is expected to make a full recovery. So he's going to probably be non-weight bearing for what, 2 months? You probably have that little scooter. Because the last thing you want to do, Ocho, is re-tear it.
No. But you don't want no pressure on that.
So you
want to elevate it, and when you got to move around.
What's average? I think 6 to 8 weeks is non-weight bearing. And I saw an article today where they're saying guys that have had that injury and the timetable that took, like Kevin Garnett is probably the most famous person to have that. He was off for 2 years, basically. He had it at 30, and then he came back at 32, and Kevin Durant didn't miss a beat. Dominique had it late in his career. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jason Tatum might be the youngest player that's had it. LaFonso Ellis had it. There have been several guys that have.
And then everybody's body heals differently too. Especially even though he's much younger than
like I said, I meant to take because I was reading on the I think I was on ESPN or somebody, maybe Google. I was Googling it, and I was Googling it. I could do that. Maybe I should have screenshotted and sent it to Ashley, like, put this on the board. But it maybe it was I don't think he's playing next year.
No, you don't think so? Yeah, Achilles and ACL is completely different.
I see you to start at 26. No, when I say start at 26, so he's not gonna play like the basketball season starting in October, goes into 26. Right. Now 26 leading to 27. That's when I'm coming back. I'm gonna make sure that thing. Because Kevin Durant looked like he ain't miss a beat. Because remember, Kevin Durant, he missed the bubble, and then he came back the following year.
Season, yeah.
The question is, Ocho, given that, are they going to break it up, the Celtics? Because you got JB on a max contract, you got Derek White, you got Holiday, and you got Al Horford.
I mean, speaking of breaking it up, do they have the patience to wait until he comes back to see if they can make another run?
They just sold the team for $6.1 billion.
Yeah. Now, does new ownership have the patience with understanding everything is probably lopsided? You're probably not making any money right now anyway.
Ocho, just think about this now. Just imagine if you paid $3 million for a car, but it's gonna cost you $400,000 a year to upkeep it. Because that's what happened. You paid $6 billion for the team, but you still got to pay $300 million to JB, $300 million to JT. You got $130 million, $140 million, $100.
Well, also, you know what you also got to understand?
with that.
If you can pay $6 billion or whatever it may have been for a team, and you have to pay Jason Tatum 300, you got to pay Jaylen Brown 300. You already got fuck you money.
But you notice what people that got money? They like to spend money on like what they want to spend money on. They like to buy a yacht or they'll buy a private plane. They're going to save or where they can save. And where they normally save, employees.
Yeah.
That's where they save, Ocho. Joe, hold on. I'm trying to think. Joe, where we saw that the Prince, that Joker had a custom 747, that jumbo jet. Remember we was out?
Oh, the Saudi Prince?
Huh? No, we was on the road. LA. It was the
Which
LAX.
one?
It was the LAX.
A few of them got one.
747. That's the biggest.
Yeah,
That's the biggest. That's what the president Air Force One is a 747. Holds somewhere between 480 and 650 people. Can you imagine how big that is?
Yeah, and it's different kind of
Yeah.
over there.
I don't want to. Yeah, we took. Oh yeah, that was in LA. What? Burp. Yeah. I was like, but yeah. I just tell you, man, he was having a unbelievable. He's about to be named to his fourth consecutive NBA NBA first team, All NBA.
Yeah.
He was having a night last night, and just like that, fluke.
Damn.
When he went down, you're like, did he? And then I saw him spinning around, and he grabbed that.
Yeah,
I knew what it was.
Yeah, I was hoping for the best, but
because he had heard Ocho would say, "Hey, man, it's fine. Feel like you got kicked. Like, man, who kicked me?
Yeah.
Who tripped me?"
Just thinking about it, man.
So, if you're the Celtics, because next year he's not playing next year, do you break it up?
That's a great question. Who's the head of the snake now? JB,
but Jason, I think Jason Tatum is the guy that Boston's not getting up off of. Question is, would you trade JB and some draft picks? Let me see.
For who?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I don't know what I forget. Yeah. You trade JB. I'm trying to think, who could you think the Celtics be interested in Kevin Durant?
I mean, damn, that's a good one.
Okay.
What do you think? I think some people will say hell no, maybe based on age, but understand he could still give you 20, 25, 28 a night. I mean, hell, why not? They might say no, though.
You'll be interested to see what they do. I think maybe a conversation that they wasn't going to have had the Boston Celtics did what we thought they could capable of doing, which was repeating. Then I think it's no question that you try to let them three-peat, but all bets are off the table now, Ocho. All bets are off the table.
Yeah.
They for whatever, they underachieved. I'm not so sure even if Jason Tatum had stayed healthy, they were going to beat the Knicks. Because that would mean they were going to have to beat the Knicks 3 times.
In a row.
We'll never know, Ocho. We'll never know. Stay tuned. Trey Hendrickson met with the media today for 22 minutes. He said he will not play this season on a current contract. His arrival today at voluntary OTAs is a result of things becoming personal after being informed by Zach Taylor on Monday he would be fined for missing mandatory minicamp. Let's take a listen to what Trey told Marsha Kamansky of WCPO.
At this point, do you want to be a Cincinnati Bengal? Wow, that's a tough question too, because you try not to let the business become personal. I think over the last week or so, it's become personal, unfortunately. And when there's a lack of communication in any relationship, if it's business or a personal relationship, lack of communication leads to animosity, and that leaves my narrative only to me with no clear direction. I'm a Floridian, so there's unprovoked shark attacks and there's provoked shark attacks.
Ocho, the
see you.
last two seasons with Trey Hendrickson off the field, 294 dropbacks. They were dead last in success, dead last in completion rate, dead last in passer rating, dead last in pressure rate. Bengals ranked dead last in every statistical category, passing-wise, when Trey Hendrickson is off the field. In 909 dropbacks when he's on the field. 8th in success rate, 11th in completion rate, 8th in passer rating, and 12th in pressure rate. Let's just say he's very important.
Yeah, very, very important for that defense. But one thing I do hate, boy, is the business side of things, especially like this. They paid Joe, you paid T. Higgins, you paid Jamar Chase. I'm not sure if there's enough money to go
Well, let
around
him
to give
go.
Wait, let me to give him what he's worth. To give him what
Let
he's
somebody
worth.
else do it.
So, yeah, if they were gonna let him go, I would have thought it would have been done. Excuse me, I thought it would have been done maybe before the draft or maybe during the draft. I'm not sure what the issue is going on with there. I hope they rectify the situation.
They ain't rectifying
and,
it.
and
You played in that organization for a decade. You know they ain't rectifying it.
Hey, but I know, but listen, time just
You be trying so hard. You try so hard to be political.
I'm just saying. I want to see both sides happy. Let Trey get his money, get what he deserves. If you don't want to pay him,
Let him go.
what he deserves, let him go. That's all. No disrespect.
And he says, you try to keep, and that's why I hired an agent because I don't want to. Because y'all gonna tell me something that I don't want to hear, and I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen. One thing about it is a good thing you do have agents, and there's certain things that agents keep from you because if you was in those rooms with your agents when it's time to negotiate, you can go, this is how you really feel about me. Oh, that's how you bet. Well, you'll be pissed off.
You would.
You'll be pissed off.
Yep. But I agree with you. I think there might be a situation where Trey Hendrickson hold out for half the season and then come in to get accredited for that year and bounce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't know their cap situation. They still got to sign their rookies. And like you said, you gave Joe money a year ago. You just gave T. You just gave Chase his paper. And the linebacker. Remember, the linebacker said he want more bread.
Yeah. Jermaine
Pratt. Yeah. He ain't gonna get no bread.
But hey, we in shambles right now on the defensive side of the ball, man.
And that's where y'all need the most help at.
Yeah.
Because the question is, do you believe you'd have to say you believe Chase is going to have another Triple Crown year? Joe is going to lead the league with 40 plus touchdowns again. Higgins is going to have the type of year. In order for you to get back. Now, what if your defense, without Trey Hendrickson, y'all pass rush is And I know y'all took a D lineman, but it's hard for me to see a scenario. He going to give you 17 and a half sacks like what you call him did.
Right.
I hope he does. For y'all's sake, y'all going to need it. Because you saw as well as your offense played last year, you lost some games 41-38. You lost some games 38-35.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough, especially in the beginning of the season where we really needed that offense. The offense got off to a slow start. We always start and we get ourselves in the hole at the beginning of the season. If we could just start fast, we wouldn't have to rely on teams at the end of the season and hoping they win certain games or lose certain games so we can get in the playoffs.
Exactly. Handle your business.
Damn.
Ocho, somebody leaked the week 1 schedule. The season opens up. The Cowboys at the Eagles. I know Fox ain't happy about this because you don't normally put a game that's going to do box office regardless, which is the Cowboys are going to do. And then you got a Friday. I'm trying to figure out how they get this game in September, considering is that when they passed this regulation, that the NFL was not going to play
Right.
any Friday games as long as the college season was in full swing. NFL say F y'all.
Mm.
We play NFL football. And then you got the Cleveland at the Jets, Saints at Tennessee, Broncos at the Texans, the Bucks at Carolina, the Dolphins at the Steelers, the Niners are at Indy, the Vikings are at the Lions, the Falcons are at the Patriots, the Giants are at the Raiders, Jags are at the Cardinals, the Bears are at Washington, Seattle are at the Rams, and then the your Bills Sunday night at Buffalo, and then the Monday night game, the Ravens are at Green Bay.
Oh, that's a good game. Hold up, who the Bills play week 1?
They play y'all at home Sunday night.
Oh, okay. You know who gonna win that. You know who gonna
Man,
win
Josh
that.
Allen goes start his back MVP campaigns on y'all.
Come again, press play.
Back-to-back MVP seasons.
You
How
don't
y'all
wanna- you don't wanna put
how y'all gonna sack him?
Well, how y'all gonna stop? How y'all gonna stop Jamar and
All they
T?
gotta do is stop y'all one time. We know y'all can't stop anybody.
Don't worry. Hey, we might surprise you defensively now.
I hope so.
Listen,
Y'all
we might
surprised me
surprise
last
you
year with how bad y'all were. So this
I
year
don't know.
surprised me with how good you guys are going to be.
I can't wait to.
What game are you most excited to see? Is it the Cowboys Eagles, Chiefs 49,
No,
Chiefs Chargers,
No.
Bengals
No.
Buffalo, or the Ravens Green Bay?
Honestly, to be honest, I got 3 games I really want to see. I want to see the Cowboys,
Yep.
Eagles, my Bengals, and
Yep.
the Bills. And you might laugh at me, but I want to see Travis Hunter versus the Cardinals.
Okay, I can say I get that. I can get down with that.
I want to see how they gonna use Travis week 1 in general, to get a test and get a feel where he's at. That's what I want to see.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean everybody else. I mean it's cool games, but those 3. That's where it's at for me.
Okay, I can rock with that. Fox got the late window. They got some 425. They got the Bears, Washington, Seattle Rams. Man, that Giants Raiders. Whew.
What? Snooze fest?
Whew.
You don't like it?
I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna learn to love it, Ocho. I'm gonna learn to love it. But
Listen,
every year we say the teams that we think might not be any good, a couple of teams pops their head up and become very good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Joe Buck and Troy Aikman made their Super Bowl picks on Good Morning America this morning. Buck, I'm going to say Buffalo finally win it. Aikman, Cowboys.
Troy can't let go, huh?
Now, Troy's normally really objective about the Cowboys. Now, I will give him that. He's had a very harsh critique when it's been warranted. So he's not a homer. Yeah.
Okay. Who you got?
No.
Who you got?
I'm putting all the money I got on everybody but the Cowboys. ABC. EBC, rather. Everybody but Cowboys. Look, I need to see some preseason games. It's hard to just pick blind. Because, man, I mess around and pick blind and Ocho, the preseason's key player get nicked. Nah, I'm done.
Man, they don't even play in the preseason,
Right,
man.
They might not.
They don't
I
even
need to
play
see
in
a
the
game.
preseason.
The odds ain't going to change that much after a game.
Right.
I might, if I ever had it, I might put 5,200 down on somebody.
Huh?
I might put 5,200 down.
Shoot, you'll be able to do that, but the season don't start till September.
Well, and by September, that 5,200 is already like 5,900. By September, that thing might be 7.
Hey, boy, I might have to put a tariff on that tax you talking about.
They suspended the tariffs. They suspended them. Travis Kelce told reporters that he's lost around 25 pounds this offseason to be in better shape for what is believed to be his final season. Will Kelce be able to turn back the clock this season, Ocho?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you definitely can. Obviously, by losing weight, losing weight is one of those ways to get your quickness back,
Yep.
get you a little bit more fleet-footed. You know, getting some of that heavy weight up on you, so you could be a little bit more smoother and do some of the things you used to do when you was not younger, but just a little bit lighter.
I agree. I definitely think it's going to help. I think having Rashee Rice to help lift some coverage up off him. We saw Xavier Worthy blossom. I think that's going to only be better, but they need to be able to run the ball a little better too, Ocho.
Hey, you don't like Pacheco? No?
He's been hurt, but they got to run the ball. They got to run the ball better. They got to protect Mahomes better. I mean, they got to do a lot of things better. Defensively, I think they're going to be good. I think Spags will have them back good again defensively. But I like the fact that Kelce, you know, I tried to lose like a pound a year as I got older, went into my final season. Like at 226, and finished the season at 223. Yeah, as you get older, you just can't move that. You can't move that weight like you once could. Can't.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Maybe some people can, but I couldn't. And then, you know.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine too, because it's not like he's in there blocking.
Yeah, that's not. But he needs to be able to have that wiggle. He needs to be able to, you know, shake. But I think with Worthy having that rookie year that he had an outstanding Super Bowl, even though it was in a losing effort. He became the number one receiver to get Rashee Rice back. They re-signed Hollywood Brown, so I think hopefully he can stay healthy. You know, because he missed half the season, Ocho, with that shoulder injury. So hopefully he stays healthy. That'll be something they can lift, you know.
He got a nice
I think Kelce got another good year in him. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred removed Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe Jackson, and other deceased players from the MLB permanently ineligible list. Manfred ruled Major League Baseball punishment of banned individuals ends upon their death. They are now presumably eligible for the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown.
I mean, I'm not even here to smell my flowers if you do put me in there, man. I mean, what the hell? No disrespect.
I think, look, this is the greatest deterrent you can have.
Yeah.
I know Pete Rose. I'm old enough to remember when Pete Rose played. Remember he left the Big Red Machine. That great team with Tom Seaver and Morgan and Concepcion and Johnny Bench, one of the great catchers. And went to the Phillies, and they won it. Read about Shoeless Joe Jackson, 356 batting average. Allegedly, he took $5,000 from a gambler to throw the game, but he still hit 375 in the World Series. So I guess they expect him here to hit 500 because 375 in the World Series is pretty damn good. But yeah. What do you think, Ocho? Somebody got older. It's hard for a guy to have all those damn hits and he's not in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
I understand. I understand. Also, Pete Rose is passed on.
Yeah,
he's passed on. If at any point he was going to have an opportunity to get into the Hall of Fame, I mean, I would love for it to be done where he could have been there to smell.
Yep.
Flower. He could enjoy it, you know.
So I guess Barry gonna be eligible for the Hall of Fame when he dead. The guy that got 7 MVPs, universal. Most modern players say he's the greatest player that they've ever seen. You go back and look at Chipper Jones, Tom Glavine, John Smoltz, Greg Maddux. A lot of the current players, players that played, say he's the greatest player they've ever seen. And you hear people tell stories, and it's true because I watched it. He got one pitch here tonight, and he hit it hard somewhere.
Yeah.
He hit it hard somewhere. And he never tested positive. It wasn't an issue when everybody was hooping and hollering and the stadiums were jam-packed. So,
Yeah, that's crazy.
but it's hard. I mean, to watch what he did is amazing. I don't think we'll ever. It's kind of like if you saw Tiger, you're never going to see it again. If you saw Barry,
Hey.
you're never going to see what he did again. And Shohei is unbelievable. I'm not taking anything away from Shohei Ohtani because Dave Roberts, who played with Barry, said Shohei is the closest thing to Barry. But you look at Barry's OPS and you look at his slugging percentage
Yeah.
and walk, they will at least pitch to Shohei. They walk Barry with the bases loaded. Now you go on in, say third base, you going home. Because I bet right and I throw a couple plays, he's gonna be a grand slam. But I give up one.
Man, listen, Barry's hand-eye coordination, man, being able to find that ball with that bat, man, was second to none.
It is.
Was second to none.
Ocho, the Green Bay Packers guard, Sean Ryan, came within 2 snaps shy of capping off his 3rd NFL season with a $2 million bonus. ESPN reported that Ryan was 2 snaps away from playing 35% of the Packers' played offensive snaps between 2022 and 2024. That mark is specified in the CBA, which would have earned him an additional bonus of $2,042,429. It was previously believed Ryan had hit the mark. Unofficial stats provided by Pro Football indicated that Ryan was 65 snaps short of reaching the bonus heading into the last game of the season. Ryan played exactly 65 snaps in a loss to the Bears. His agent said we had him at 35% of the snaps exactly. However, the NFL and the NFLPA both had him just under. So per Packers, they're not giving him the escalator, and we're pretty disappointed about it for sure.
Damn. One thing about it, boy, they do not play when it comes to that money, boy.
They're not gonna get you.
Boy, they stingy, boy.
Hey,
And
I was 5 yards short, and they give me my 100,000. 5.
They will play with you like they will play with you like
Yeah.
that, and that's crazy. And obviously, I mean, the NFLPA has to do something about that. They got to do something about that because if he's played 65 snaps in the last game, I mean, he should be able to get that escalator or that incentive. There should be no reason.
I guess they
no
miscounted.
reason why. Well, I go back and watch every film and every snap, every last one. I need that.
That's why you have to be like, see, when you got stuff like that, you don't really know about Ocho, and you coming out, hey, Ryan, such and such is up. Nah, hell he ain't. He must be gonna play left guard because I'm the right guard.
Right.
I'm playing all the way to the end. I'm taking victory formation. Hey, kneel down. That's a snap, Ocho. Hey, I call time. Hey, time out. I need to get this kneel down.
Hey, hell no.
Yeah, they ain't give me about 100,000 for 5 yards. So you right, Ocho.
Hey, they don't play. I've heard many horror stories, man. Coaches, head coaches, people calling from upstairs, pull so-and-so out because if they hit a certain amount of yards, if they get a catch, if they get this amount of plays this game, we have to pay an incentive. And, the teams really don't want to pay it.
That's what I told you.
They really don't want to pay it. And they will show you. They will show you how dirty and grimy the business is by pulling you out so you can't get those incentives.
I stopped putting incentives in my contract because if you pay me X amount of dollars, I'm supposed to lead the team in receiving. I'm supposed to go to the Pro Bowl. I'm supposed to be all pro. So I don't want you jostling with that. So don't worry about it. Go ahead and give me my money up front, and then I'll do the rest from here. All right, Ocho, we're going to get out of here on this one. It's time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q&A.
Q&A.
Tony SG said it's hard being a Nuggets fan. What do the Nuggets need to do to give Joker more help? He got what he got now.
Hey.
He might have less help when he signed that 3-year, $221 million contract.
Do you think
Hell
he'll sign it? You hold on. I mean, you think he will sign it? Or why don't you just pull a move like Jalen Brunson did?
What?
Take that so you can build around.
Because he's not young like Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
Triple X Cop Sanity. We can't say Lakers in 5. Now we have to say Pacers in 5. The baller shot caller 1999. Hey, you remember Ewing's draft? If you do, which of the obvious it was rigged this draft or that draft? That was the first year of the lottery. Prior to that, teams tanked. The Rockets got the number 1 pick 2 years in a row. They got Ralph Sampson in '83, and they turned around and got Olajuwon in '84. And then they installed the lottery. James Worthy was the first pick in the draft in '82. Now, mind you, think about this. James Worthy was the first pick in the draft in '82. The Lakers won the championship. And then they get James Worthy. 81 was Mark Aguirre. 79 was Magic. I don't know who the hell 78. Was 78 Michael Thompson? I think 78 was Michael Thompson. Who the first pick in the draft in 80? '80 was Joe Barry Carroll. Who's Joe Barry Carroll? I thought so. My bad. Ocho, I'm just bored. I shouldn't even do that.
I hear you.
Ocho, I don't even want to do that, Ocho. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I wasn't there back in the day. I was chilling. I was on the pause.
Cooper Flagg is the perfect situation. He's coming in as the third option when Kyrie comes back, and Jason Kidd can develop players. Yeah. I mean, people definitely believe this draft was rigged. They give up Luka and they turn around and get Cooper Flagg.
Hey, so how convenient?
Yes. Now they say, you know what? We're gonna replace what you lost. Cooper Flagg it is.
Yeah.
Trash Talk Tito, what's up, Uncle Ocho? Question: is it harder to be a 2 sports pro athlete or win back-to-back titles? I think there've been more back-to-back titles than 2 sports. I can only think of Bo and Dion.
Dion? Well, I'm a 2-sport athlete.
What? Bull jiving and what the other sport you play?
Nah, I mean, obviously I'm a NFL player.
Okay. But did you do that simultaneous while you were playing in the NFL?
Yeah, I was a professional ping pong player as well. In the off season.
No, it got to be in the season. You got to leave one. No. So were you on the circuit?
Almost. I missed it. I missed it 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, I can look. Brian Jordan did too. Brian Jordan was a safety. He was also played safety, and he ended up going to the Cardinals. He gave up football to play baseball full time. Bo and Dion, those are the only ones I can think about. Now, I know other players that were drafted. I think Dave Winfield was drafted in 3 sports: baseball, football, and basketball. Tony Gwynn was drafted in 2 sports: basketball and baseball. But to actually physically do it, and many people have said baseball is the hardest sport to play.
Mm-hmm. Hey, who was the receiver from Notre Dame? It was a receiver from Notre Dame, but he went to baseball instead. He was.
Yeah.
I forgot.
He went to the Cubs.
He's still playing.
He might be done. That was a long time ago, Ocho.
Okay.
I know. I can't think of this guy's name, Ocho.
I don't know why I just thought of that when we talk about
Samardzija, Jeff
Samardzija. Hey, he was a nice little smooth receiver.
Yeah, we ain't spelling that one. Samardzija. Yeah, I mean, hey, he had a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And he's like, you know what? I can be a possession receiver and make minimum, or I go get this big payday from the major leagues. But he played what? He played like 7-8 years in the major. He got called up. Made a good little chunk of change. Oh yeah, so he had to play. He played like 7-8 years then with a record like that. Cause ain't nobody really pitching no 30 games no more like back in the day. Really? Damn. He played 13 seasons, 08 to 2020. All cardio, no skill. Hey, Uncle Ocho, huge fan. Question: would you rather have a long, consistent career or a short, legendary run? How short the legendary run? If I'm gonna have a career like Gale Sayers or Sterling Sharpe, TD.
I mean,
But hold on. Let's see.
Linsanity, would that be a legendary run?
No, that was 1 year.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
Hey, that 1 year, boy, he was on fire.
Yeah, he was
boy.
sensational.
He was on
a long,
fire.
consistent. That's a good question.
I'm gonna take the consistency.
Yeah. Cause that bread come with that, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I think I have a long, consistent career. I take the consistency. Benched again, Uncle Ocho, love the show. If you could bring back one retired player for one season, who is it? What's the sport? Baseball, Barry Bonds. Basketball, I bring back Jordan. Football, I bring back my brother. He healthy. I'm selfish. Who you bringing back? Baseball.
Oh my goodness, baseball. Give me. I want entertainment. Manny being
Manny Ramirez.
Yeah, give me some entertainment. And we're gonna go football. Matter of fact, I'm bringing T.O. back.
Okay.
T still want to play, so I'm gonna bring T.O. back so he can live that out one more time. Who else? What other sport we got?
You got baseball. You got basketball. Who you bringing back?
I want my beloved Kobe. I want my beloved Kobe back, man. Let me see what else we got.
Hockey. Gretzky.
Yeah. Gretzky's good.
Tennis.
Gretzky.
I want Serena to come back and beat Margaret Court's record.
That's a good one.
Federer, I love Fed, the Swiss maestro, but Serena.
I like that. I like it.
Ocho, heard who that said, question. Would you rather win 1 ring as a star or 5 as a role player? 5. 5. Okay. Am I the 6th or 7th man, or I'm 11 to 12? Because if I'm Robert Horry, I'm taking Robert Horry.
Right. What happened to you just happened to be on the team?
Hell no.
It's a lot of, just sometimes people are fortunate just to be in the right place at the right time.
True. Damn, he could have made it more compelling. He could have said 2 or 3.
Right.
That man said 1. Snacks at halftime. Uncle Ocho, if you had to start, bench, cut, Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick. I'm starting Lamar.
Come on, man.
Ooh, damn.
Hey, man, come on. Who came up with that question?
I'm starting Lamar. Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
You got an answer, Ocho?
No, I don't. I'm starting all of them.
You can't start. You can't start 3 quarterbacks. hey, see, if you the basketball, you have a good chance. You say, you know what? I'm gonna start 3 point guard. You can't start 3 quarterbacks. Damn.
Man, he should have did fuck, marry, kill instead of the 3 quarterback one. That's the original.
I mean, we got to do this. I think I would start Lamar. I would bench Mike. Damn, Cam. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I know Cam is the only one that went to the Super Bowl. Mike did, but like I said, I got to bench Mike because the Michael Vick experience. I can't get rid of him. I can't. And L. Jack. Damn, I wish a part of me wished when Lamar was a free agent and they franchised him, Atlanta would have got him. Can you imagine Lamar in Atlanta on that turf?
Man, listen. I'm still trying to figure out who was the idiot that said, what did the owner say? Was it the owner that said something crazy?
Blank? Mr. Blank?
Yeah. Somebody said something crazy about him being in Atlanta. I forgot what it was, man, but
yeah, I know all of that. But who you starting, who you benching, who you cutting?
Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going my old heads.
You go.
I'm going my old head. Since Cam has been to Super Bowl, I'm starting Cam. Yeah, hey, and I'm gonna put Mike on the bench.
You couldn't man. This man done cutting the bar.
Hold on, listen to me. I'm cutting Lamar because Lamar's still playing right now, and this is just a hypothetical. So boom, there it is. I'm sticking with the boys from my era.
All right. Good job, Ocho. 6 Foot Aquarius said 86 Celtics win the title. Then they draft Len Bias. A big if. Yep. Because Lenny was unbelievable.
Hey, in comparison to players in today's game, who would Len Bias be like?
God. He was 6'8". He could handle the ball. He could shoot it. He could. Oh my God. He played above the rim.
Oh, he was a jumper
Hell
too?
Yeah. I'm trying to think who he remind you of. He was a bigger Ant-Man.
What? He played like that?
He was special. He was special.
Damn. Yeah, we got robbed of greatness.
Yeah, you did. You did. Because think about it. He's going to take some of that lifting off of Larry. So you had him, Larry, McHale, Parrish, DJ. Lenny was special. Josh Daniels said, how should a regular fan approach y'all in public for pictures, etc.? Hey, man, how you doing? What's going on, man? Man, I love your show, man. I love you and Ocho together, man. Y'all be doing. Hey, man, can I grab this picture? Yeah. This is the way. Don't do it. Hey, man, I got to get this picture. No. Hey, you like the show. You watch Unc and Ocho. You love Nightcap. Occasionally you catch a Club Shay Shay. Hey, can I take a picture with? Hey, can I get a picture? Come on, bro.
Listen, I don't care how you approach me. I don't go. You know what?
Cupcake Mama. Been a while. Good evening, guys. My nephew, Caden Turner, a senior at Somerville High, signed with Flagler College today for track and field. Please give him a shout out and some encouraging words. Caden, congratulations, bro. Going to college, track scholarship. Work hard, bro. Congratulations, you've earned this. And guess what? Your parents don't have to pay for college. And you ain't got to get a job to pay for college. That's always the best. Mm-hmm. Do your best, bro. Do your absolute best. That's all you can ask. That's all you can ask for yourself. Give it your absolute best.
Yeah, congratulations, man. And just remember one thing. No matter how hard you work, no matter what you do, you'll never be able to beat me running.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Ocho. Vaughn Mercer said, hey, guys, want to ask for a shout-out from my wife, Ashley Nunez. She gave birth to my daughter, Ariel, 2 months ago. Mom and babe are doing well. Ashley. Yeah, I already gave her that, slashed her Lee off. Ashley, congratulations. I'm glad. New mom. Ariel, you're doing well. Vaughn, appreciate you watching, man. Appreciate the support. Hopefully you'll get mom and baby watching when they're older, when the baby is old enough. Hopefully you and Mom, y'all watched us like Unc and Ocho. But congratulations. Glad everybody's healthy. Everybody's doing well. Thank you from the Nightcap crew, Unc and Ocho. That concludes this episode of Nightcap. The Indiana Pacers dispense of the number 1 seed Cleveland Cavaliers by the score of 114-105, and they take the series 4-1. OKC moves a step closer. They up now 3-2, 112-105 with Game 6 on Thursday in Denver. They try to close it out and then wait for the winner of Golden State, which we'll know tomorrow, Golden State and the Minnesota Timberwolves. I am your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host, Liberty City's own Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, route runner extraordinaire, the Pro Bowler, All-Pro. His name is in the stadium, at the Bingo Stadium. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. We want to thank Meta World Peace for stopping by, giving us a few moments of his time. He was catching a connecting flight, and he wasn't able to stay any longer with him, but we'll have him back at a later date and time. But thank you, Meta, for joining us. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Every subscriber counts. Thank you guys for counting. Thank you guys for mattering, and thank you for allowing us to matter to you, because thanks to you, we're able to do what we do. We can't thank you enough. Please make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We do have it in stock. Now, if you can't find it in a city or a state near you, order it online. We'll ship it directly to your door. The best tasting premium VSOP cognac on the market. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with the link pinned in the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. Tickets for our Not Safe for Work tour are on sale. 8 stop goes as follows: Baltimore, Philly, Charlotte, Los Angeles, Miami, NYC, Chicago, and Detroit. Tickets can be found at shayshaymedia.com/tour. That's shayshaymedia.com/tour. Go get your tickets now and catch your favorite Unc and Ocho. I'm Unc, he's Ocho. We will see you tomorrow night. Thank you guys for joining us.